All right, yeah. So One Piece chapter 1064 has dropped, obviously, and this is the scanlation. I'm sure the official might vary differently in a little way with a few of the translations. But one thing that we can say for sure is that the content is not going to change. So we can talk about it, right? And do a little recap of the chapter. And I got the chat with me here, and I'm probably going to try and do more of these recap videos and drop them on the official release for everyone that follows the official. And obviously I'll answer some questions in the chat. So, you know, anyone on YouTube, you kind of want to be here for the Twitch stream, ask questions, you'll be on YouTube and I'll answer your questions. So they're saying, Red Hawk is saying, what are your predictions for the next chapter? I thought that Oda would off-screen Law versus Blackbeard. Obviously, he did not, which means we're obviously at the end game. Oda's not off-screening things as much as I thought he would. So I think we're gonna get Dragon and Vegapunk content. I think that's coming, and I think we're also gonna get a Kuma backstory. I don't think we're gonna get anything. I don't think we're gonna get more of Law and Blackbeard. I think Oda, when he shows fights that aren't centered around the Straw Hats, he'll give us like little exposés like this. It's a similar thing with Ace and Blackbeard, right? You have, you know, the whole Entei clash and everything like that. We got a bit of the fight, and then boom, next thing you know, we get the end result of the fight. So I think the next time we see Law versus Blackbeard, we're gonna see the end result. Whether Law escapes, I think Law dying off screen would be crazy. I think Law being defeated isn't crazy, depending on what Blackbeard's there for. But yes, because Marco survived, right, when he fought Blackbeard. So I can see Law losing, but I can also see Law escaping from the L. But it was nice to see the Heart Pirates look competent. You know, Beppo observation Haki, Gene Bar is a huge battering ram, especially if Van Auger used Haki bullets. And then you also have Sachi using water gun. He's a Squirtle basically. You got Squirtle, Blastoise, and War Turtle, man. So that was cool to see. But next chapter, I'm definitely seeing more Dragon and Akuma backstory. I think we're gonna go back to not slow-paced One Piece, but less action-y One Piece and more like information-based One Piece. And then what else we got here? Luffy meeting his dad this arc. I don't think Dragon's coming to Egghead Island though. I don't see that happening. Kobe, that's true. Shouldn't Kobe be in that prison actually? That's a good point. That's a good point. Because if you see Pudding in that prison, you see Pudding in the prison, Kobe should be there too, unless he's escaped. I'm very surprised. And how often do we see Oda tying a cover story into the current chapter? That's kind of unique, isn't it? We don't get that often. Oda actually writing a cover story that's relevant right now, and then addressing it in the chapter. That's new. That's new. We've never had that before. I don't know, man. Post Wano Oda's cooking. He's doing something. He's cooking something spicy. Vasco shot and Devon probably took him. Probably. Because they're not there. They're not there. Oh, you know what? I think I remember the other members of Sword saying that they need to go to Beehive Island. I think Kobe's in Beehive Island, actually. I think Kobe's in Beehive Island right now. That's what I think. Yeah, the last time he did it, this was Ace's hunt for Blackbeard. True. That's true. That's very true. We're gonna learn about Rocky Port incident next time we switch over to Blackbeard, since Blackbeard, Kobe, and Law is there. If Kobe is there, but we definitely need to. They've mentioned Rocky Port so many times now. We gotta figure out what happened at Rocky Port. Something had to have happened at Rocky Port. Something big that we still don't know yet. Because Kobe's been called the hero, a hero. And Law came back from Rocky Port with 100 hearts. And Blackbeard was there. So something happened there. And what is so special about Rocky Port? So I wouldn't be surprised if Blackbeard captures Law after beating him, and then we get a Rocky Port flashback. I would not be surprised by that. Also, how did Blackbeard know to kidnap Pudding? Unless he knew something about the third-eyed people and the fact that they can read poneglyphs, because Pudding's the reason Blackbeard is now going to be able to read these poneglyph rubbings. It makes sense because Blackbeard is an opportunist. Big Mom is down. He sent Kuzan and Ogre to say, yo, go get Pudding. Big Mom is done. They get Pudding. Now they start hunting for poneglyphs. Now they're coming after Luffy, Kid, and Law. It's not surprise. Blackbeard does things very meticulously. People don't understand that. People don't understand that. It's smart. Blackbeard is smart. He's so smart. And in Kuma's race, you think Caribou? Well, if Caribou knew, so I don't think Caribou's talked to Blackbeard yet, because then he would know about the ancient weapon that's in Wano. Because then we'd be going back to Wano. But knowing Blackbeard, we'd be going back to Wano because Blackbeard learns about Pluton. It's either Blackbeard learns about Pluton or Crocodile learns about Pluton. One way or another, I think it's either Blackbeard or Crocodile that is going to trigger that. Rocky Port also had a former Rocks pirate, which is how he came into possession of Beehive Island. Where was that confirmed? I'm curious about that. And then Billy Bob says, Law, Neg, Blackbeard, Quake Fruit with our room. Did you see that? A quake is a vibration of sound and our room removes sounds. Oh, wow. No, I did not. That's a very good observation. I did not notice that. I gotta look at that again. Let me scroll up. He did use our room. But he used our room. Right, and he said, I didn't know your power could do that. Okay. That's interesting. That's really smart. Wow. Oh, Choco. Oh, it is confirmed. Okay. Okay, I remember that was mentioned. I do remember that was mentioned, actually. I do remember that. The chapter with Boa, Teach said Kobe gave... Okay. And also had the Chinese name Rock. I remember. Oh, my goodness. I remember that. That was recent, too. Wow. There's a lot going on, man. 10:59. Yeah, there's a lot going on. Oh, my goodness. And Ochoko was the former pirate empress, right? I might have to go back and read 10:59. Wow. That's crazy. That's actually insane. Wang Chi. I remember I got mad at y'all for using the the Chinese name. Oh no, it was Shaki. It was Shaki. It was Shaki that was the former pirate empress. Yeah, okay. I remember. I'm tripping. I got that mixed up. Blackbeard used the Black Vortex in a Marvel comic, and it appears to possess some kind of sentence, being able to show visions of the future. Interesting. Lots of typing up by Oda the last few chapters. Yeah, Oda's actually building something pretty aggressive right now. We're definitely in the end game of One Piece now. And this specific race that Kuma is, I wonder what that is. Because now we have Lunarians. Kuma's not Lunarian. We know that. So what race would Kuma be? And because of that, Bonnie is also of that special race. Bonnie's of a special race. What if Kuma's race is part of the reason why the world government targeted him? What if his race and his race of people, all that's interesting. I don't know, man. There's some deep stuff here. You can definitely see Kuma being set up because of his race. And hunted. Bad PR, all kinds of different things. He said Kuma just from Philly. He might be. Kuma's just from Philly. That's it. Kuma's race is a Philly nigga. That's it. That's his race. Okay. We know we don't know anything about Sorbet Kingdom. Also, what bothered me is that Bonnie stayed very quiet when they talked about the Kuma story, as if she's not supposed to say anything about it. Why did Bonnie stay quiet? These are things I want to know. Why did Bonnie stay quiet? He was the tyrannical king of Sorbet before he was disposed by the people, forced to become a pirate. Tyrannical king was emphasized. And even when you look at the image in the background, it doesn't even look real. I don't know, man. Where his beard at? Especially if you a Philly nigga, you gotta have a jagged beard as well. Philly nigga beards are very scruffy. Which can explain why Akainu was so nervous? Yes. That's also another part. Do you think Luffy and Kobe is gonna defeat Teach as a callback to Roger and Garp versus Rocks? Oof, that's possible. That's possible. I just want, how would that work though? Because God Valley's gone, and we assume God Valley was destroyed by Emu the way Emu destroyed the Lucia Kingdom. So where would they fight? Raftel? Well, Emu doesn't know where Raftel is, so okay. Are we seeing Dragon this arc? Oh, absolutely. There's no way we're not gonna see Dragon this arc. We already got Sabo. Emu content, Vegapunk's a revolutionary, possibly. We got Kuma. There's a lot. This arc seems to be centered around revolutionaries and the poneglyphs, and like we're getting closer to Void Century stuff as well, I think. We're not there yet, but right now the revolutionaries are taking a centerpiece in this arc. The revolutionaries are taking a centerpiece, and when the revolutionaries are taking a centerpiece, then we're just going to get more expose on the government. So this is more about the government and the revolutionaries right now. That's what I'm seeing here. The Straw Hats are getting in the middle, but they're getting into the middle of the structure and society of the world, and Rocky Port as well. But I think Rocky Port has something to do with the world government as well. I think so. Wano had to do with the overall lore of the world, but this is very specific to present day activity, and that's what's going on. We don't know. I mean, Sabo, I think Sabo's still alive, obviously, but you never know. I don't think Oda would just kill Sabo like that, especially now that he's a hero across the world, but I don't think Sabo's dead. There's no way. We've seen this before, bro. Sabo got hit with a bazooka when he was like 1, and Dragon saved him, bro. He's good, bro. Blackbeard would have 4 poneglyphs if Law wins. No. So that's Blaziken. That's a question I wanted to ask you guys, because Blackbeard made it seem like he already had his own road poneglyph, and I know he definitely didn't get it from Zoe, because Luffy has the Zoe one. Definitely didn't get it from Big Mom, and he didn't get it from Wano. So Blackbeard is acting like he has one. Blackbeard. I don't know why I can't say Blackbeard correctly. I'll speak too quickly, but he's making it seem like he has one. And if he has one, it would be the missing one, wouldn't it? Oh, you know what? He might have got it from Big Mom. He might have got it from Big Mom. That's true. He might have got it from Big Mom. That makes sense. They did infiltrate there. That might have been what they came down there for. They probably came there for the poneglyph rubbing and pudding to read the poneglyph. Probably Whitebeard's own. Whitebeard was the protector of Fishman Island and the last one of Fishman Island. Maybe. Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? The chapter was so good then. One, the outfits were great. Except for Sanji's. Didn't like Sanji's at all. Robin and Nami, lots of horny behavior from Oda. Oda, I need you to do better, but I very much appreciated Robin's fit, you know. But if I speak, I prefer not to speak because I'll be in big trouble. I do not want to be. Also, Van Augur, Jean Bart. We slandered Jean Bart for a while. We slandered Gene Bart for quite some time. But I gotta give it up to him. Those better be hockey bullets. And then Beppo observation hockey. You love to see it. You honestly love to see it. But I think Law's getting off screen. I think Law's getting off screen, unfortunately. Gene Bart lost to Blackback of the Minx? Did he? Gene Bart is Westbrook? Alright, stop it. The Heart Pirates are low-key fishermen? Low-key. There is absolutely no way Shanks is the only Yonko without a poneglyph. He has the last bastion. I agree. Absolutely. Red Hawk says, if Blackbeard wants any chance of getting to Laugh-Tale, he's gonna have to eventually clash with the Straw Hats. But he could also capture one of his friends and use him to coerce Luffy to hand over his road poneglyph rubbings in exchange for sparing his captured friends. Any thoughts on this? Luffy would be willing to give up the poneglyph to save his friends, though. Knowing Luffy, he would be willing to do something like that. So I can see that happening. But who would he capture? Who would be the likely candidate? If that were to happen, who would be the likely candidate to be captured? It'd probably have to be, well, I mean, you could capture anyone at that point, but you're probably talking Nami. I'd say Nami or Robin. But now that they have Pudding, and Sanji's gonna get mad. If the Straw Hats run into Blackbeard and Sanji sees Pudding captured, bro, he's going there. He's going crazy. Vivi. Well, I think Vivi's in the safe hands of, I think Vivi's with the Revolutionaries now. But if he did get Vivi, that would be nuts. They said it has to be Vivi. I don't know. How does Blackbeard get Vivi? Where does he find Vivi? I mean, I'm sure Oda can write it to happen, but that'd be interesting, I guess. Pudding at 16, I understand that, but Oda seemed to not care. So take that up with Oda, not me. That has nothing to do with me. You know, that's Oda's problem. That has nothing to do with me. I'm just telling you what's in the story. Vivi is still completely MIA, exactly. Luffy 100% gave Law all his poneglyph rubbing, so don't think Blackbeard needs to steal rubbing from Luffy there meeting up at Laugh-Tale. That's also a very good point, Cody. That's also a very good point. What do you think is next for Brook and Zoro? I think CP0. I think CP0 is next. That's what I think. I think CP0 is next for Brook and Zoro. Am I missing something? Did Kid make it to Lodestar to learn about the poneglyphs, or did Killer already know about them? I feel like Killer would be the one. Killer definitely seems like the one that actually knows how to read on that crew. I'm sure Kid doesn't know how to read. I'm almost certain of it, but I'm kidding. But yes, Killer seems the one he's the info gatherer, 100%. Let's see here. Sabo and Ace parallel. He can capture Sabo. I wouldn't want Sabo to get captured. I wouldn't want him to get. Luffy does not negotiate with terrorists. He not trading shit. I don't know, man. I think Luffy'd be willing to trade a poneglyph for like Robin or Nami, bro. I don't know. He said not to. CP0, is Brook strong enough? I mean, I feel like Brook would be, to be honest. This is a Yonko crew we're talking about here. This is a Yonko crew we're talking about here. There's a lot to wait and see. There's a lot that's coming down the pipeline. One of my favorite things is Kid Jinbei. I love the Kid Jinbei design. It's really cool. Old Man Luffy and Old Man Chopper is hilarious. Want to know more about Bonnie. Definitely want to know so much more about Bonnie. And this Daft Punk callback for Vegapunk, it's just like watching the Jetsons and One Piece mixed together. Like, this is so cool. I am a big fan of I'm a big fan of the futuristic island of One Piece. You know what? I'm gonna end it on this, and don't take offense to this, but this gives me like Eden Zero vibes. Egghead Island gives me like Eden Zero vibes. You know, and Kichi, you'll understand that. And Eden Zero is not bad, guys. So if you're in the chat like, oh my god, Eden Zero mid, it's not bad. It's not bad. It may not be for everybody, but it's not bad. And this whole arc gives me Eden Zero vibes because of the futuristic, you know, mechanical vibes. You know, definitely gives me Eden Zero vibes. So shout out to Mashima for that. Shout out to Mashima for that. He said only niggas who don't read Eden Zero would be offended. That's true. It would be. All right, but that does it for the recap. I'll definitely try and do more of these. This is definitely the first implementation. We'll see how it goes. If you guys want more of these, put that in the comment section. And yeah, maybe I'll just cash in on the promise. All right, I'll see you guys later.